Hey, it's Coach D. I want to share a little something from my talk at George Vanier. I was fortunate enough to speak with the staff last Friday during their PA day, and it was a day focused on themselves. It was focused on mental health and self-care. So I was really excited to be a part of that conversation because that's been a big part of what I've been doing, not only for myself, but also for my clients, and to better help people understand that our health starts from the inside out, and we desperately need to take care of ourselves in those ways. So one of my questions I posed to the staff and educators there was, who here has a hobby? And out of 30 some odd teachers, less than half the room raised their hand. And that scared the snot out of me. But it's so true. And I've become more aware of it in the last couple of years. During the pandemic, the start of the pandemic, I heard so many times, I'm so bored. I'm so bored at home. And I think, well, how can you possibly be bored? You actually have the time now to do some things that maybe you haven't had the time to do before. I had a client who was retiring for the second time, and he said, now I got to find out what to do. And I said, well, what are your hobbies? What do you like doing? He said, well, I used to build computers and I like computer games and I used to draw. I had no idea I used to draw. And I said, well, why'd you stop? He goes, well, I had to work. I had to work all those years, which is the worst excuse in the world. That's like saying, I'm too old for this, I'm too old for that. No, you're not. You get old because you stop doing the things you love. So this client put the things he truly loved on hold when he could have just adjusted things and still done the things he loves for his career. Was his career successful? 100% it was. But that impacts the mental health and the physical health even, because you're pushing aside the things you love. The fact that less than half of the room that I was speaking to last Friday raised their hand to say that they had a hobby really truly scares me. And it shows that we are depending way too much on just sort of the autopilot of life, right? We get up, we go to work, maybe work stresses us out. We come home, we doom scroll on social media or something else that's just useless and we're really not taking anything in. Then we binge watch a show for a few hours. Then we go to bed and we repeat the same cycle. And most days of the week, 5 to 6 days of the week, that's what we do. That is scary. And we set aside the things we truly love, or we don't even have anything that we're passionate about, because we don't take the time for ourselves to look inward and say, what do I want to do, or what I want to learn, or what I want to try and experience. And those hobbies give us way more than anything else can in life when we're doing something we truly love. And that can also filter into some other great health practices as well. So we spoke on that on Friday, and it really just triggered me. And I thought, I need to do a video on this, because it truly scares me that there's so many people out there who no longer have a hobby for themselves. So if you're watching this video, please think to yourself, what do I love to do? And how often do I actually do that thing if I have a few things that I truly love?